Happy Monday, Antelope Valley. I hope everyone is well and that you had a pleasant weekend. Gosh, hard to believe already the last Monday of February 2025. First couple months of the year seem to have really flown by, but some good news, I think. Perhaps some brightness out there on the horizon as we look at this week's statistics. I'm Mark Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Troth Realtors, right here in Lancaster, California, bringing you this week's version of the Antelope Valley real estate market snapshot, where week in and week out, we take a look at exactly what's going on in our local real estate market. As I like to point out every week, feel it's important for local residents and property owners in the Antelope Valley to have a trusted local resource to go to follow along with where our real estate market is. Often our statistics get lumped in with greater Los Angeles County, Southern California, and our market, as I say every week, is definitely unique unto itself. So before we kind of recap the statistics, I also like to point out that our statistics are courtesy of the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors MLS system. And so with that, let's go ahead and see where we start the last week of February. Active listings up just a tick. They have been climbing week over week, which I think is a good sign that we're just seeing a slow, steady growth, not seeing, I guess, what would be called a lot of concerned listings on the market, with sellers concerned that our market may take some kind of a dip or something like that. So it's just been a steady increase, which, like I said, is healthy. We started 831 active residential listings, up 1.2% from the prior week. Our pendings, those that are under contract in escrow, also a nice little jump last week to 335, up 4% from the week prior. Both of those are good signs. And so we'll talk about that here in just a minute. New listings, as I said, that came on the market from the 17th of February through the 23rd, 79, up just under 10% at 9.7%. And here I think it's, statistics, not great for buyers, but definitely one of the ones I keyed in on this morning. That the median list price of those new listings up 3.3%, and we've broken the 500,000 mark again, which once again shows good, what I would call optimism by sellers that we're just not going to see a decline in that median list price. If anything, it could strengthen as we head into the spring and summer market, which could be a signal to buyers. Now might be the time to go ahead and start looking around before we do start to see that spring, summer rush and perhaps drive those prices up somewhat higher. New properties into escrow. The pendings, as we said, last week, 55 reported is going under contract, down from the week prior, down 14%. And like I mentioned just a few minutes ago, if you're a buyer, now might be the time to get out and start taking a look around before we do see more activity, which I believe we're likely to see. What I saw this morning is that the 10-year Treasury, which interest rates sometimes follow, down under 4.5%. So as we head into spring, we could see a decent market. I don't think it's going to be blockbusters, but active enough to where I don't think we're going to see our market take any kind of a decline. And once again, another sign of that is that our median number of days on the market down 16 days from the week prior, down to 34. We had hit 50. So once again, showing that some of these properties, as they come on the market, there are buyers ready to take action and get them under contract relatively quickly. A kind of a sign that shows what the slowness was of the early January, mid-January, is that the number of listings that closed last week down, and I think this is the lowest number I've seen, down to 28. But once again, as I just mentioned, that reflects the lack of activity that we truly had as we came into the new year. Typical escrow takes 30, 45 days to close. So that would have been, like I said, reflective of what is transpired back mid-January. Also, that median sales price up just a little bit less than 1% to 481. But what we'll look at is we look 4 or 5 weeks down the road is we'll see that median sales price reflect more of what the median list price of those new listings are. So in encapsulating, I think where we're at right now is that, as I mentioned, we're not seeing a flood of properties come on the market. In talking with agents, they do have a number of sellers that are potentially in the queue, getting ready to make a move and get their properties on the market, but nothing that's like I said, going to create so much supply that we're going to see a lot of downward pressure on pricing. If we see some change and reduction in rates, then we will see that pending number continue to climb. So overall, I think there's some good optimistic signs overall in our market between the actives, the properties going into escrow, as well as some hopeful downward pressure on interest rates. So with that, we'll go ahead and do a wrap on this week's Antelope Valley Real Estate Market Snapshot. But as always, if there's any more information or statistics that myself or any of our trusted agents at Berkshire, Hathaway, HomeServices, Troth Realtors can provide you, by all means, please feel free to reach out, where we've been serving the Antelope Valley real estate market since 1957. Alrighty, everybody, take care. Make it a great week, and we will chat with you next Monday, first Monday in the month of March. All right, everybody.